Ideally, she would make the first move. Nothing too brazen or emasculating or forward or overly familiar in manner, but a perfectly proper and platonic proposition, gently bubbling with most improper promise. Extending the arm of friendship in such a way that it could be followed to the elbow of companionship, up to the shoulders of intimate acquaintance, and further still to a whole heavenly body of extended metaphor. She would say, "Do you like coffee?" He would say, "Who doesn't?" She would say, "Actually, I prefer tea." And he would say, "Me too." But you can't say that, can you? You can't say that because it doesn't sound right, because it's not what you do, not the done thing. That's why we say, "Let's go for coffee," and "Would you like to go for coffee?" and "Why don't you and I go for coffee?" Because you can't go for tea. No, it doesn't sound dynamic enough. It doesn't require the active verb. Tea is essentially a passive pastime. But sometimes that's what I want, you know? Sometimes all I want is a cup of tea. And I don't even want to have to go for it. No, ideally it would just arrive in a pleasingly esoteric mug for preference, with a biscuit. Maybe two. Leave the packet. Hell, cake should the situation warrant it. Or forget the tea. Hot chocolate, or a Horlicks even, should the events of the day have proved suitably taxing thus far. But you can't, can you? Because we're locked into this warm beverage fascism. And while we're on the subject, when did we start calling them beverages all of a sudden? They're drinks, for crying out loud. And sometimes all I want is a cup of tea. And she would say, "I know exactly what you mean," because she would know exactly what he meant. And she would laugh, because it would be very funny. And "He's a really funny guy," she'd say. And "He's a really funny guy," she'd tell her friends. No, not "he's a really funny guy," because that could give the wrong impression, but "he has a great sense of humour." And then if she so wishes, she can add "he's a really funny guy," because given the previous qualification, it shouldn't give the wrong impression. Yes. That's exactly how it should happen.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Where do you think you're going?
Who, me?
Yes, you. Do you think you can just walk away from an accident?
What are you talking about?
A hit and run. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, who did I hit?
A pigeon.
What? Who hits a pigeon?
That's what I would like to know.
No, I mean, when does a pigeon ever get hit by a car? They never get hit. You can drive right through a pile of them standing right in the middle of the road and never hit one of them. Hell, you won't even see them fly away. But they do. Always.
Oh, well, you just hit one just now.
Is it hurt?
Hurt? It's dead. You squashed it. And then you just parked your car and walked away like it was nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to admit, it wasn't a very smart pigeon.
Are you serious? What if that was a person? Would you say the same thing if that was a person?
Well, yes, actually. If a person was on their hands and knees pecking away at some discarded french fries in the middle of a busy street, then yes, I would say that was not a very smart person.
So you'd hit a person?
A stupid one, maybe, but not intentionally. Oh, what do you want me to do? It's just a pigeon.
At the very least, you should acknowledge that you killed a living creature.
Okay, I killed a damn pigeon. Not a very smart pigeon at that. I'm sorry it wasn't fast enough or smart enough. It's called survival of the fittest. Now get over it.